Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade, Twin Cities by Night. Homecoming is our second story arc that takes place in the spring of 2010 and in Twin Cities, Minnesota. Follow the story of Ophelia, a Toreador played by Alex, Jonathan, a Ventrue played by David, Katao, a Gangrel played by Joaquin, and William, a Ventrue played by Slavic, as they once again find themselves working together to find out who or what is targeting them and those close to them. If you'd like to contact us, you can reach out to us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM or on Facebook at Twin Cities by Night. We hope you enjoy.
So we're going to go ahead and jump into the next day, which is a Wednesday, May 5th. Everyone below a blood pool point. First, we're going to start before everyone wakes up. Mr. Chase, you have an interesting dream while you're asleep. It was one of those dreams where you think you're reliving a memory of something that happened in your past, but actually it's kind of warped and corrupted a little bit. It's from a couple days after the Tet Offensive that happened in Vietnam. You're kind of you're walking along with Winfield, like looking about, trying to doing random between two buildings in a kind of a little dark alleyway. On base, you see 5 individuals are raping a Vietnamese woman. They're hidden from everyone else. And at first, in real life, what had happened, you had asked when this had happened, you had wanted you and Winfield to stop them from doing it, but Winfield told you pretty much that war is hell and that every man has to let the beast out once in a while. And that's when the dream starts changing a little bit from what occurred in real life, where you walked away shaken from what you saw, to where actually the mention of the beast has to come out in everyone. You find yourself in the dream where you throw aside and slam Winfield into the wall of one of the buildings. You rush there and start attacking with your teeth and your bare hands this group that's raping this Vietnamese woman, till we're finally once they're all taken care of and lying about you, you look down there and you see Carla looking up at you, asking why you did do this for her. And then you snap out of your dream and you wake up and you kind of got a thin film of blood sweat going on and feel a little close to the beast you've been feeling lately. So just want to get that clear out and open for you. All right, we'll cut to Alex. All right, Alex, can you wake up first because you're the one with the most humanity?
I want to check the obituaries first.
Oh, you're checking the newspaper. Online. All right. And what are you looking for in the newspaper? You're looking for Brian Moore's obituary?
Yeah, I'm looking for Brian. See what it says.
You do see it on there that, and it tells you pretty much, Marine Iraq vet turned journalist, Berkeley graduate, recently took his life in front of a main straight coffee shop in downtown Minneapolis. There was no next of kin in the area. His parents live in California. People close to him believe that he was juggling with PTSD issues, and he was trying to help and deal with his demons. But unfortunately, it looks as if they got the best of him, and thus he took his life. And that there'll be a memorial service in a couple days in a veteran cemetery that is in the outskirts of St. Paul, and especially that he was a writer for the Twin Cities Tribune out there. So this is a mixture of a news story and an obituary.
Did I ever get his address or just his phone number? I think I've just got his phone number, right?
Yeah, you just got his phone, but you grabbed his phone and his keys. But yeah, you just got his phone number.
Can I open his phone up and see if I can get on it?
It is pin locked, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll use my phone to get hold of Carlos and see if he still wants to meet up tonight.
Yeah, the phone. Yeah, the phone answers. He answers the phone and he says, yeah, he has talked to Cynthia, he's waiting basically for her to call him, but he thinks that maybe you guys can meet up like in an hour if that's okay. He's just waiting for her to take care of some things, but she's kind of expressed an interest last night when he talked to her for a little bit that she really did want to talk to you. So, and he kind of tells you that maybe he can come by and pick you up, or
I'll meet him. I've got something to attend to first.
All right. So he gives you he's like a random parking lot of some establishment he'll meet you at, and you can follow him to her apartment. So
yeah, I'll meet him in say 2 hours.
Oh yeah. He says that sounds good. Just let him know. So
okay, I'm going to head out to a bar and try and feed on someone.
So you're looking for a nightclub area to look at. Are you looking for like a smaller like bar or a larger bar? Or what kind of bar are you looking for?
I'll go to like a rave bar. I'll go to the most happening place on a Wednesday night.
Well, actually, the most happening place is the Underground, which is Katrina Carrington's like bar, which is like an Elysium, and you are allowed to feed there if you're discreet about it.
Yeah, sweet. Let's go there. I haven't actually been there yet either.
I'll have you head over there. Let's see. We'll take care of it now. So you basically come to the Underground, which is pretty fucking packed, even like throughout the week. I mean, it's a Wednesday night, and you're walking in. There's already a line. Most of them are your normal college age / young professional businessmen who still go about partying. You know what I mean? You got a kind of mixture, I guess, for lack of a better term, Patrick Bateman, yuppie types. Yeah. You know what I mean? Who will go there and get down, but then also like, people from the different, like University of Minnesota and St. Thomas University who will go there and pretty much just dance their asses off and do drugs. You get there, you basically come upon like where there's a huge dance floor on top. You can kind of see when you look up, there's like a rounded area and a glass floor, like a rounded like walk pathway, but then you kind of see that there's actually like a glass floor way up where there's like chairs and you can kind of see a couple people are up there. You get to the door to the bouncer kind of asks to see ID and all that jazz.
Flattering. I'll say I didn't bring my ID, but you can let me in. Sure.
And he kind of looks at you and he looks.
Flirt with him a bit.
Yeah, it works. He looks you up and down. He's like, yeah, come on, go ahead, and he opens the door and lets you in. You're kind of, as you walk in, the music hits these real heavy bass, dubstep kind of. There's people already on the floor. There's people sitting around go ahead and give me a perception roll, difficulty 6.
No botches, 2 2s.
You spend an hour and you're trying to like make move on these random people and they're just like, you're having a hard time connecting. You can try to spend another hour and try another roll, or you can just,
I'll drop a point. I'll drop presents and go and have a boogie on the dance floor.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. So let's go ahead. And what power of presence are you using?
1, just the first one.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Charisma plus performance, difficulty 7.
I got 1 success.
Basically, one person, you see this guy comes up to you, and he's like a college kid, and he's kind of like, maybe 20. He's definitely not in the club legally. Yeah, but he's sitting there, having a good time dancing and shit. And he comes up to you and he starts like talking to you. And I will let you go ahead. You can go ahead and get a point or 2 from him if you want.
I'll get 2. I'll be like, hey, why don't we go to the bathroom? But then I'll just drink his blood and leave him in the still unconscious.
Okay, you want to get 3 from him? Leave him unconscious in the bathroom, passed
3.
Out? All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll lick his wound.
Okay, go ahead. Katao, you wake up.
Okay, so
what are you doing?
First thing I do when I wake up, I look out the windows. Like, is anyone out there watching the place?
Give me a perception alertness roll. Difficulty 6.
I got 2 successes.
All right, cool. So you look out there and you don't know nothing. You don't notice anything. So good roll though, man.
Not taking any chances after this.
So what are you doing, sir?
First thing, I guess I'm gonna call up William and Jonathan. I guess call up the others and say like, okay, so I tell them how I got contacted by the random couple saying I know last night, and just say like, I don't know if there's gonna be anything else.
We'll start the bridge call. So we'll just do it like Ophelia when you're in the club, and then when William and Chase are awake at this point, you guys all get a bridge call from Joaquin. Go ahead, scene's on you guys.
I'm just walking out the club on my phone.
Okay, so so last night I saw 2 people, this drunk couple walked by, and they just said, I know. So I got the same message as you all.
They know what? Did they leave a body in your bathtub?
Well, let me check. No.
Are you sure?
Considering how I've been on the needles for the past few days, yeah, I'm sure. So now they reached out to all of us, so I honestly don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm keeping an eye out, and I'll keep an eye open.
That's what we're all going to do, I guess. Thanks for telling us, though.
Bring your dog out tonight, just in case. I'd keep an eye on him.
Okay, yeah, if that's what you want.
Hey, Jonathan, you want to meet up with Little tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Yeah, but
wait, you're meeting Little?
Yeah, we're gonna track down Little. I should say you're gonna track down Little.
So are you all meeting up at Medusa or something? I take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Medusa and have my dinner that's being dropped off to me.
Are you going to Medusa, William?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Cool. As you get dressed up and you're stepping out of the elevator of the fine building with the condos that you live in, You see a gentleman sitting there. He's like he's pretty much on the left when you get out of the elevators. There's some potted plants and like a nice like kind of couch there, where people can sit if they're waiting for someone. You see a guy in a really nice kind of like navy blue suit with some nice brown wingtip loafers, has a sky blue tie with a white and pink striped shirt underneath, short blonde hair. You could kind of tell he's of the upper crust of society. And he's sitting there reading a Twin Cities Tribune where you see the front story about Twin Cities reporter takes own life. City mourns on the front page. And as while you walk out of the elevator, you kind of see he like goes down with the paper, sees you, and neatly puts it away and gets up. And you see he has like a warm smile on his face, and he walks over to you and he extends his hands. He's like,
"Can I help you, sir?" Yeah,
he's like, do I have the privilege of speaking to William Strother? And he has his hand sticking out like he wants to shake it.
Depends.
Well, I'm actually here as a representative for Harley Ellsworth, who and I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time, sit down and kind of throw something your way that he wanted me to propose to you.
Representative of who?
Harley Ellsworth, the guy who owns Ellsworth Towers, who basically owns a company that's called Ellsworth and Partners Incorporated.
I see. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Well, can you take a seat real quick? Is that okay? Or we could talk now. It doesn't matter. Whatever's easier for you.
Well, go ahead. Well, we can go somewhere else if your offer is interesting.
No. Here's fine. I don't mind talking here. In the lobby. So he goes and sits down. You see, kind of like unbuttons his suit top and just kind of sits. He's like, yeah. So I'm a representative of Ellsworth and Partners, and the big honcho kind of wanted to speak to you in person. Was wondering if maybe we could set up a meeting for you to meet him in his office in Ellsworth Towers, or he can meet you wherever you kind of want. He just want to kind of discuss a couple business propositions with you to see if you might be interested.
I see. That does sound interesting. Is there a way to contact him?
Yeah, of course. And you see he pulls out his pocket business card over here. Here's his personal cell, and my cell's on the bottom. He's pointing to the card. Yeah, he's just kind of noticed you've been making some splashes recently with some of your investments that you've been doing, and he thinks that maybe you guys might have some similar end goals he would like to work on you with.
I see. Very interesting.
So just go ahead and shoot him a call. I'm glad to meet you. I know you're probably busy, about to go enjoy the nightlife a little bit here. So just let him know, and I hope everything works out, man. It was nice to meet you. He kind of gets up and he buttons his top button again and extends his hand. And
I'll shake it. Have a pleasant evening, sir.
Yeah, you too. And he turns around and kind of walks out the doors. And as you head out and head towards the Medusa, so you guys all arrive at the Medusa around the same time. Jonathan, you walk in there, and Carla kind of sees you and walks up to you, extends her arms like she wants to give you a hug as you come in.
I'm not big on PDAs.
She kind of stops. And she's like, yeah, did I do something? Is everything okay? Or
where's the bouncer at? Do we have a bouncer yet?
Well, I'm starting interviews. I got interviews starting tomorrow.
All right. Hurry up with that.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that you hire enough of them so that there's bouncers here all the way before opening and closing. So we need coverage for the entire.
You're talking about even
entire time.
Open?
No, not when we're not open, but like an hour prior to opening, I want someone here.
Okay, yeah. I can do
and
an
hour after, so that when we're completely closed up, there is a bouncer here at that period of time. I want security the entire time you're here.
Like, you're kind of starting to sound like you want armed security. Is that what you're trying to get at here, or you seem a little worried? You've been kind of stressed out.
I don't think we need armed security yet.
All right. Yeah, what's going on? You're acting kind of. I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. You've been acting a little stressed out lately, a little wired up.
Okay, well, that's nothing you need to worry about. Just keep your mind on this place.
Yeah, she kind of just looks at you. All right, yeah, I can get that. I'm going to get back to work here. And you see there's about like 20 people. Yeah.
Also, I want to work on starting to get live entertainment here as well.
Are we talking like what kind of genre?
We could do maybe some metal. Perhaps, I don't know, whatever's popular these days that isn't going to be offensive to white collar workers.
I could figure something out.
I was having dinner delivered to me from Juno's, right?
You actually see Gina, and you remember her from in her junkie days. This is before Ophelia gets to the Medusa. She kind of walks in there looking around. Like I said, there's about like 20 people there who are kind of enjoying the music. It's not packed, but it's still like a place. And she
hardly packed. I imagine the place has like a maximum capacity of like 200 or so.
Yeah. But it's getting there, it's just open. So you see she kind of walks in, she's looking around, and you see her talking to Carla, and Carla points towards where your office. You can kind of see through your window that this Gina chick who looks, by the way, shit ton more healthier than when you saw her 6 months ago. You know what I mean? Looks like she's actually kind of doing good things with her life, kind of knocks on your office door.
Yes, thank you. Bring it in.
She like gives you the food and opens it up, and she's like, "Is there anything?" And she kind of looks at you. You were in my apartment with Ophelia, weren't you?
I don't recall that.
It's like I think I do kind of recall that, but I don't know. My mind wasn't the clearest then, and she kind of just gives you food. And this is on the house, by the way. If there's anything else you need, just go ahead and give us a call. We were kind of told by the boss lady to whatever you desire when it comes to food, we can go ahead and help you out. So I hope you enjoyed the meal.
I'm sure you're mistaken, but thank you. You can see yourself out.
Yeah, sure. Cool. And she turns around and walks out. As she's walking out, William and Catal kind of walking at the same time. You kind of see her looking at you two like a little bit, like confused. And you guys kind of see her and you recognize her, especially you, Catal, recognize her instantly. And she walks out, You guys all kind of start arriving. Ophelia, you see Gina's car leaving the parking lot as you roll in. First of all, before we even start, you kind of hear the music going through the walls a little bit, the heavy bass. Jonathan, describe your office a little bit because you haven't really, just so people kind of get a mental visualization of it.
Right now, the office is rather plain. There's a big dark hardwood table with a desk lamp and strewn of papers and newspaper clippings and whatnot. Looks like there's some research that's been done on the table. And there's a bookshelf with various books. He looks like he's starting to collect a menagerie of books on the occult and whatnot.
And what kind of could they make out what kind of articles are strewn about? Like, is there any method to the mayhem on there or no?
It's gonna all be like murders and stuff, and throughout the Twin Cities, as well as other cities as well. I would imagine to somebody that isn't paying attention, it's not going to look like anything's going on. It's too much of a collage of anything to draw strings.
All right, scene's on you guys. Go ahead.
You guys are arriving here perfectly. I was just about to make a business call.
And pause real quick. Ophelia, remember that you are kind of still shaken up about what you witnessed.
Yeah.
And it was just the night before, and you could tell, obviously, for your issues, you know what I mean? But go ahead, scenes again on you guys, sorry.
I'll have Carla bring in chairs for everybody so that they can sit down because there's not enough chairs for everybody in the office.
You see Carla, she starts bringing in chairs. You guys are getting kind of a little off-put because you saw her. It's almost like, you know what I mean? You witnessed her at her worst, and she's none the wiser, that you guys did. She brings in 3 chairs. She puts them in there so you guys can sit at the table.
I sit Racker style on the chair.
So what did you say, Jonathan, before Jenny, you said you were about to make a call or something like that? What was it?
Yes, I am. I'm going to call Max and put him on speakerphone.
Okay. You guys have no idea who he's calling, by the way, as the phone. He puts the phone on speaker. Hello?
Hello, Max. How are you doing this evening?
Good. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Jonathan. I'm the owner of the Medusa.
Nice to meet you, Jonathan. Your voice sounds very familiar. Have we met before?
We have met before.
At this point, I'm just looking at Jonathan and just like, what are you doing? Just nothing with that.
Refresh my memory if you could.
We met about 6 months ago, and you arranged for me to have some entertainment for an evening.
Oh, yeah. Of the Asian type, right?
That is correct.
I'm just looking to
yeah. What can I help you with?
Well, I'm going to need your services again.
Oh, okay. Usually, first kind of whatever you feel comfortable with over the phone. If you could give me kind of an idea, and then we could talk in person about more details.
Well, I'm just going to lay it out there. Somebody in your employ has come to my establishment and committed some acts that I feel are utterly inappropriate.
Excuse me? I'm lost.
I'm going to give him the name of the individual that works for him that raped Carlo.
I never heard that name, to be honest with you, Jonathan. So I don't know if I could be of any help. Sounds like this is some kind of misunderstanding, but I really have no idea who that is.
I'm absolutely certain it is a misunderstanding. However, I'm fairly certain that this individual works for you, and I'm just going to give him a rundown of where he had lived and what he's been doing. That name does not ring a bell. I don't know what in your mind would somehow make you think that this guy's under the employ of me, but he's not an employee of mine. I frankly, like I said, never heard the name of the sex worker or something to that effect of yours.
Because he's been convicted of crimes of that nature. No, honestly, he's not. Huh? Unfortunately, no. I'm kind of confused why you would jump to the conclusion, but I have no idea who this guy is, to be honest with you.
Well, then I apologize for wasting your time.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm glad you could, at least you confronted me about it instead of, coming to some kind of misconception and letting it get further,
Shooting him in an alley.
Is there anything else that I can help you with while we're on the phone together?
No, I'm just going to have to torture and kill this person. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't belong to you before I did it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't belong to me. And, you're free to do what you want. Just if you could kind of keep that to yourself and not tell me anymore for legal reasons. So,
absolutely not a problem.
All right. I hope you have a good evening and you have a good evening and we'll probably talk to you later, I'm sure, sometime. He just hangs up.
Okay. So now we don't have to worry about Max.
When you said kill it triggered me. I'm looking a bit upset.
I kind of just looking at him, just like, are you crazy or?
We've been pushing it around for far too long, and it's getting us nowhere. The only way we're going to get down to the bottom of this is to beat the bushes to startle the snakes. We were pussyfooting around Max and getting nowhere. Now we know that Max has nothing to do with this, and it saved us a ton of time in the long run. Wouldn't you agree? We spent quite a long time with Max being up in here as a potential person for this. And now we can put a big red line through it. Because if he was so...
he's telling the truth.
Yeah, unless he's
obviously telling the truth, right?
Yeah. If he was so blatant to go through and tell us, leave these messages...
If you're in the middle of saying this, you hear a piercing scream and a commotion coming from outside their office on the dance floor.
All right.
Take a look.
I'm going to open my drawer and grab my gun as I walk out.
I'm going out last.
So as you guys go out, you see like the 20 people on the dance floor looking down at some girl on her knees, and she has she looks like she broke like a glass that her drink was in, and she's like trying to gouge her face off. And her friends are like, you see a couple people are standing like, what the fuck, with shocked look on their face as she's sitting there just trying to it looks like basically rip her face off. And
I'm going to walk over and grab her by the wrist and pull her hand away from her face. It's got the
glass in it. Yeah. You pull it and she looks up at you and give me a perception and everyone give me a perception and alertness roll, difficulty 6.
3 pass.
All right.
2 successes.
All right.
1 success.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes for me.
Oh, wow. Damn. So you guys all see, obviously, kind of tell as you look at her pupils that she's obviously on something. Her eyes are all bugshot. Her pupils are dilated. Katao, and how many successes did you get, Ophelia?
3.
3. You both notice as you look, you could kind of gauge how she's dressed because she has a mini skirt on, like she might be kind of a college kid. You can kind of guess there's 3 or 4 females who are with her by how they're standing there closest to her. And as you look at them, look from her eyes and look up at them, you could tell by their faces that they're obviously under the influence of something. So go ahead, scenes on you guys. Jonathan, you have her by the arm. She's just looking at you, freaking out. You could see she kind of took the glass and was kind of cut, made it probably from one temple around to the other. But it looked like she was obviously trying to cut around her face, maybe. And you just see, in her other hand, she's just sitting there you could feel like she's shaking a little bit. Go ahead and give me a self-control roll. difficulty 6, Mr. Chase.
Go ahead and spend a willpower point on this one.
That's probably a good call. Like,
2 successes.
all right. So you just sitting there, you kind of feel the beast quell up a little bit, but then you end up taking control of it, and you're able to notice what I just told you notice. So go ahead. The scene's on you guys right now.
I'm gonna put my pistol in the back of my shirt, in my pants, because I'm not wearing my holster at the moment, obviously.
And you see her, she starts crying. Then all of a sudden you see like, what the fuck? And like, you see Carla goes over to the group, and they're kind of like, not the group, but like the 20 people. It's like, all right, everyone, it's all taken care of. Let's go ahead. And she kind of gets everyone but the 4 females who are with her.
Let's get her outside.
We're not going to get her outside.
I wanted to go outside as well.
Let's take her to my office, call an ambulance.
You see, is she going to be okay? You hear one of her friends like come up, and she's like, eyes are all buggy and shit.
Yeah, or I guess I didn't notice that their eyes are weird, so.
Yeah, you're starting to notice it now as one came up to William. Is she going to be okay?
Well,
like, what's going on?
She ain't going to be walking no runways.
You guys are her friends?
Yeah, we're her friends. Like, is she going to be okay? Is she going to be okay? And she just keeps saying that over and over. And she's like,
I think by this point we like usher them off to the side, just like the whole group of them, just usher them to the side, and just like, okay, so.
I'll jump. I'll come with you, and I just want to say to them, like, what kind of drugs have you taken?
We got some bath salts, and I don't fucking know. This is the first time we did it and everything.
Where?
What? I don't know. She's the one who got them.
Get them here.
No, we didn't get them here. We just wanted to party, but we got them, and now this shit's fucking happening.
You guys should have some water. Your friend will be okay. Once she comes down, we'll get her to the hospital.
Like you see them just kind of sitting there. Are you going to take her to the hospital? What the fuck?
No, we're going to have an ambulance come and pick her up, because I ain't got time for that shit.
You're dragging her to the office, right? You're not with them, right?
No, I'm taking her to the office. I'm going to have Carla, call an ambulance, and I'm going to, take a wet towel from the bar, and to
clean up the mess.
Stop the bleeding.
Are you willing to take that hit to your reputation? If you're gonna call an ambulance and you're gonna have the girl in your office, that means that it'll set up some red flags around your bar.
Oh, you're talking about with the ambulance?
Yeah.
I can take care of that. This isn't making.
You two are talking.
News.
William or Ophelia and Taut, you're standing there with the girls. One of the girls like, fuck this, take this. I don't want this anymore. She kind of like takes her hand and puts it on your chest. As you look down, like you kind of like put your hand out. Watch Taut, you see a bag drop in there, and you look. And it looks like the same bag that you got from that kid T when all that happened.
And while I'm waiting for the ambulance, I'm going to make a call to Mr. Liam, Officer Liam.
All right, this is Detective Lima.
I need you at the Medusa right now.
Okay. I could be there in about 10 minutes. Is that okay?
I think you could make it in 8.
Yeah, I'll be there when I get there, man. And you see him like he hangs up the phone. As you see, Carla comes up to you. She's like, "Hey, I called the ambulance. They're heading over here right now. What do you want me to do with these girls? You have 2 friends are talking to them.
Get them some drinks. Calm their asses the fuck down.
Okay, you like just
and make sure that they're aware that she tripped and fell.
Yeah. Okay, I could do that. So as you two, Joaquin and Ophelia are standing there with the girls, you see Carla come walking up. She has a tray and she kind of like, sit down, darlings. And you just see her turn on this total charm. She's like, sit down here. Go ahead, and I got some coffee here. You go ahead and sip some coffee. Have some of this water. Don't worry, your friend's going to be okay. I suggest, though, for your own good, young ladies, that if you're asked, your friend unfortunately fell down and maybe had a little too much to drink, okay? You see him kind of look like, yeah, whatever. You're not going to call the cops on this, are you? No, I'm not going to call the cops. Don't worry. The guy who runs this club is understanding. He just wants to see your friend, make sure he's taken care of, and make sure you ladies are taken care of, okay? And then she just turns around and she looks at both of you guys, and then she walks off.
Still creepy.
Yeah.
So, are you two going to stay with the girls, or what are you two doing now? As you see, William and Jonathan are going back in the office. You're going to stay with the girls. An ambulance ends up coming in. You see kind of the music stopping as the 2 ambulance guys come back. They strap this girl in. They kind of look at you, Dave. Is like, is she under the influence of anything that you're aware of?
No, not that I'm aware of. I think she just slipped on some water and hit the the bar.
Yeah, okay, sure. And they kind of bring her in. She's just sitting there, bug-eyed, tweaked out. They kind of give you a look and they shake their head as they go ahead and drag her out. The ambulance leaves, and then
I'm gonna grab one of their shoulders, right?
Well, yeah, and he turns around and looks at you. Yeah,
and covertly put a couple $100 into his hand. Kind of as I grab him and put it in his hand, and be like, he slipped and hit her forehead on the bar.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's obvious, right? You see him kind of puts it in his pocket, and he pushes her off, or he continues pushing the stretcher off as she's strapped down in the stretcher for her own protection. As the stretcher walks out, you guys are looking. You see a guy in a kind of a suit, not with like suit pants and like a gray shirt rolled up with a loose tie. Kind of looks, he's somewhat attractive, has nice clean features and everything. Kind of look like, what the fuck? And then he turns and he looks at Dave, and looks at Jonathan. You see, he makes eye contact with Jonathan, and he walks towards Jonathan. And you guys have never seen him before. Actually, Ophelia, you have seen this guy. As you're sitting there looking, you're like, I've seen him before. And then you remember, oh shit, he was in those pictures that you found. And what's her name's apartment on Ramona Ortiz's apartment.
Okay.
He was the guy who was having unpleasant things done to him by women.
Yeah. I'll relay that to the others.
I'm going to let him in the office, and then I'm going to close the door so it's just me and him.
So yeah, as you three are sitting out there, you kind of realize that you hear what Ophelia tells you and everything.
Hello, folks. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded, one which wouldn't be drowned out by random posts and discussion, so that your media could get the attention you want? Well, we have the answer for you in a Facebook group we run called White Wolf RPGs Gameplay and Media. The group is specifically ran with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. We are currently over 1,000 members strong, and we are continuing to rapidly grow with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there.